All right, looks like we are live. Gonna have to start waiting here for a second. Here, I'll type back to you. All right, guys. Gonna be waiting here for a little bit to for other people to come into the stream. See what's going on. What's up, Jeffrey Nicholson? Will Ravo? What's going on? Wakapuka. What's up, man? How you doing? Master Anonym, I am doing all right, man. Sorry I was late to the stream, guys. If any of you saw on social media that I was going to be streaming at 4:30, I was supposed to be, and I went way over on recording today's video. It's going to be a long one. It'll be up tomorrow. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of shit to talk about with Article 13. It's going to be quite interesting. So, yeah. SMP fan from Korea. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Jello from Australia. I don't know how much I like Jello. Have I avoided all spicy food since recording pepper reviews? No, not at all, Randy. I actually really love spicy food. I actually just had Thai last week. The biggest reason why I wasn't going to be doing a hot pepper music review this week is because I had a really fucking busy weekend and I just didn't have time to actually find something hotter to put into my mouth other than a habanero. Habanero, wow. Speaking of which, with the hot pepper music reviews and everything, when I first quit my job and started doing YouTube full time, which was like a couple months ago, I dedicated myself to 3 videos a week. And I think with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 weeks during that time, I've stuck to it. The hot pepper music review is an extra video every week. So now I'm up to 4. If you really don't like it, just don't watch it. Just don't click on it. And that's fine. It's not for you. I am well aware of what it is. I know this is not like groundbreaking content. I am aware that it is clickbait. I'm fine with that. It expands my funnel to get people into the channel. That is explicitly what it's for. If you do like it, by all means, watch it, enjoy it. And I mean, it's not like it's complete crap content. It's just not other music snob or random jams content. But yeah, I mean, if you don't like it, just don't watch it, man. You're not missing other content by that being there. So just don't worry about it. It's really not worth your effort. If it really pisses you off that much, then I would say maybe re-examine why it makes you mad, because that's kind of dumb. I mean, if you're saying that like, oh man, like you're selling out, like fucking, what do you think YouTube is? Like, what do you think fucking YouTube is? It's very rare that you're gonna meet creators on YouTube who are like strictly here to make videos. I've been very open that this is my platform to build my audience for my music on. So I'm treating it as a job. This is my job. My job is to get views to this channel. And that is one avenue that I've seen as a potential to do that. If that makes you feel upset, then bye. It's fine. I'm so long. I'm fine with that. All right. Smith fan 22. Thank you for the quality content. Proud patron here. I appreciate you, man. That honestly means a lot. I was actually not reminiscing, but reflecting the other night on my patrons, and dude, just like, I literally would not be able to do this without you guys. I really wouldn't. My ad revenue is so shit. So bad. So bad. And I have no fucking clue why. I don't understand it. I'm not going to go into things that I might think it might be, because I really don't have any evidence for it. Just hints as the reasons why it may be. But I greatly appreciate you, man. Thank you. Your patronage is always appreciated. But anyway, let's run through some of the comments here. All right. Oh, by the way, super chats get priority. Guys, if you super chat less than $5, it doesn't pop up at the top here where it says top chat. It only pops in regular chat. So I might miss it. I'm not trying to miss it purposefully. Like, I really want to read anyone who gives me a super chat. I really, really do. But I'm just giving you a heads up. I happened to catch Smith Fan, thankfully, but I can't promise that I will catch every one of them. So if you want to be sure that you get priority, I think $5 is the one where it pops at the top. All right. Oh, damn. Here we go. First super chat from Grave Mike. Hey, Mike, what's your take on Troy Grady's pick slanting methodology? Could you show me how you hold your pick? Okay. So I am not familiar with the pick slanting methodology. Let me look this up really quick, just in case I'm familiar with it, because I've never heard of Troy Grady. Troy Grady. Learn technique. Here, I'll just watch a quick thing here. Pardon me, guys. All right, not sure what's going on here. Not against it, but yeah, I can't say that I'm totally familiar with it, man. I typically hold my pick at a little bit of a slant, but I find that usually puts me at a little bit of a disadvantage. It actually does make it harder for me to go faster, and apparently for him it doesn't. I don't know, I'm assuming that's probably what it is. Also, I found that you actually get more pick noise by doing that. It's a lot easier to get pick noise. Here, let me see if I can demonstrate how I hold my pick. You can tell this is a professional stream because it's very well thought out. So this is essentially how I would do it, like this. Sometimes I'll support it with the other finger depending on what's going on. And I give it a slight curve. I don't know how well you guys can see this or not. Like that. So it'd be like. So I give it like maybe no more than 20 degrees. No more than 20 degrees from 0. Yeah, looking back at that footage, it was next to impossible to see. Sorry about that. Again, only the most professional of streams. Oh, whoops. But yeah, so that's about how I'd hold my pick. The one picking technique that I did see that was really fucking interesting. Some guy from Japan, and he doesn't use his wrist or his elbow like the two traditional ways you would. He uses only his thumb. He uses his thumb and rotates it in kind of like a circle like that. And he goes ridiculously fast, insanely fast. And technically speaking, it's supposed to be the most efficient movement possible, which means you can go like basically just wiggle your fingers like this. If you can see that, just wiggle your fingers like that. And then you can fly. The guy is insanely good too. So yeah. Psychedelic says, love your live streams. Thanks. Appreciate you. Okay. Tron Legend MC says, if you could play a song with Metallica today, what song would it be? That is a toughie, man. That is a real toughie. I definitely have an answer for this. Call of Cthulhu. It would definitely be Call of Cthulhu. That's possibly my favorite. My second favorite instrumental of theirs, but it's the most epic one for sure. And it's one that I also know how to play. All right. Have you heard Tosca's latest song, Congress, off their new album? I haven't. I really would like to check out some more Tosca. I think I've listened to 2 of their songs on Song Suggestion Friday and kind of ventured off into some more of that same album. It's the one with like the pink thingamajig on top of like a white background. That album's kick-ass, man. So yeah, I'm actually very interested to see that. Another guy asked, any new music coming up? Yeah, there will definitely be more new music. I don't know what particularly, but there will be more on the channel. Ryan and I are in the process of writing again. We had to take a hiatus because I'd quit my job and he started a new one and had a new position. So we were both kind of busy, but we have a cover band that we just started working on yesterday. Actually, we had our first practice. So we're doing that to kind of get involved in the local scene. And then we're also songwriting for our actual original band, which is completely different than the cover band. But yeah, so we got lots of stuff. Rigo asks, what would your porn name be? I don't even know. I don't know. Big Captain Fart Rocket. That's about the best I can come up with. But either way, let's see what else we got here. Remember, super chats get priority, y'all. King Nothing. Fuck off. I hate that song. Best Metallica bass player. Strictly as the best bass player outside of the band, that's Robert Trujillo. Hands down, he is the best bass player to ever play with Metallica. If you're talking about the best for the band, probably Cliff Burton. Is Lemmy God? No, he's dead. Do you like the Foo Fighters? Yes, I do. Most overrated band. I think I've already answered that before. I don't remember what my answer was. G.G. Allen? Fuck. I have not listened to enough G.G. Allen to have an opinion for you, man. Sorry. April Wine fan? Don't know what that is. Fucking stop asking about G.G. Allen. All right. Have you listened to the band Marbin? I have not. Hey, Mike, what do you think of reviewing some death metal now that you have an outlet to use on your channel? If you would, probably recommend Evil Up People. Maybe. We'll see. Favorite Zelda game and song. Favorite Zelda game, Ocarina of Time. Favorite song is Lostwood Theme, also known as Saria Song. What bands would you recommend for getting into prog? I've already answered this question before. It really depends upon what your personal tastes are, because prog has just about everything for every person's musical tastes. So I can't just say like, oh, these are the bands you need to start with, because you may hate all of them. I personally like Dream Theater and Opeth and Periphery. Some people think that they're fucking garbage. So, I mean, that's about all I can put on that one. Thoughts on The Truth Will Always Be by Pat Met. I have no idea what the fuck that is. No clue. No clue at all. But here, I will take a picture of it. Doop. Oh, then take it. It took it. All right, cool. Yeah, Chris, very sorry about that, dude. I have no idea what the fuck that is at all. But yeah, I appreciate your super chat, my friend. Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. Have I heard the new McCartney record? No, but YouTube has been recommending me every fucking video for the McCartney record. Seriously, like, it's irritating. Oh man, they've been blowing it up in my face. I guarantee sucking somebody's dick to get that done. Do you watch anime? Very rarely. I don't dislike anime. It takes a lot for me to get into any show, and anime is like a special kind of that. So yeah, you know, it's all right. Depending on what it is, I'll really get into it, but then afterwards I'll be like, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah. So what were we gonna say? Thoughts on Dragon Force? Watch the last song suggestion Friday, and you'll get all the thoughts on Dragon Force that are necessary. Thoughts on Eminem? I've already talked about him a bunch. He's fucking great. Do you like math rock, or would you consider it progressive music? So it really depends on your school of thought of what you think progressive is. Math rock, I don't know. I haven't listened enough to it to really be the judge. A lot of times the stuff that people would call mathy, I'm not a huge fan of, but I'll have to give some of it a little bit of a shot to really determine. What did he say? Rodrigo, 100 subscriber special. Yes, that will be coming. That I haven't reached 100,000 subscribers yet, so that's not happening yet. But yeah, I'll definitely be making a video on that. I already know exactly what I'm making and how I'm going to make it. So I think you guys will enjoy it. I think you will. Here, I'm gonna scoot back up here. Oh, okay, nope. I already answered that one. Trivia time. How tall are you? 6 feet. I'm 6 feet tall. What's your favorite Opeth album? After I hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll start doing top 10 videos. And once that time comes, you will find out what my favorite Opeth album is. A couple of you are asking about the new Avenged Sevenfold song. I had no clue they even released a new song. So yeah, I'll keep my eyes out for that. Maybe we can throw that on Song Suggestion Friday. I'll make an exception for that. I already posted up on Patreon the thing, so they might not suggest it. But we'll see. Might have to wait till next week, or maybe I'll just make a fucking video on it. We'll see. What guitar would you recommend for a starting electric guitar player? One that works, honestly. Like my first guitar, which I think I've already shown before. Show it again. This is my first guitar. This thing was so dirt ass cheap, but for how cheap it is, it's extremely playable. It probably needs some adjustment at the nut and definitely at the bridge. The tuners are a little bit garbage, but the actual fretboard, the body, and considering how expensive it was, the tone, not bad at all. A lot of starter guitars sound like absolute dog shit. That's a Cort. It's a CL 2000. Is that what? A CL 200. They don't make them anymore, which really sucks because for a starter guitar, it was probably one of the best ones out there. But yeah, I mean, just get something, dude. It's going to sound like shit. Regardless of how much money you dump into it, it's going to sound like shit because if you're just starting out, it's going to sound like shit. So don't even fucking worry about it. Just go get something that works. And then once you've practiced on it for a couple months or possibly even a year, and you're starting to notice like, man, I really notice I can't sound like these guys. What do I need to do? Then you can step up your gear game. But like, if you don't even know if you're going to stick with it or not, just get something basic. It doesn't fucking matter. You'll have fun with it anyway. All right. Going back down to the new comments. Whoops. Do I hate Oasis and why? I don't really have any thoughts on Oasis. I've only been recommended most of their hit songs, so I'm not gonna take the time to go and explore them. My favorite soundtrack. I don't know if I have one or not. Do you think Saint Anger deserves the hate? For the most part, yeah. Whatever stays in tune. Randy has the right idea. Whatever stays in tune, honestly. That's basically what you need to get. My guitar, my original guitar does not usually stay in tune. And if I just get some of the hardware replaced, that's an easily fixable issue. But yeah, I mean, when you're just starting out, Randy is completely right. Is taxation theft? Oh, I'm not diving into that one. Trust me, I want to. Trust me, I want to. Thoughts on Kirk Whammett, Mr. Whammett? Kirk's great. I actually love Kirk. A lot of people give shit to Kirk, but I think he's great. Oh, we got another one here from Grave Mike. What's your take on progressive post-metal bands such as Neurosis, Isis, Rosetta? I've only ever listened to Isis. Never even heard of Neurosis or Rosetta. Yeah, the progressive post-metal stuff, like in that vein of like Isis or even Pelican. Pardon me. I think it's really great, man. A lot of it's instrumental too. It's super vibey. Like I think there's an absolute cool place for that to exist. And especially for guys who are into a lot of the sludge type of sound, but aren't really into a progressive type of sound. I think it's a good crossover for them to kind of start getting into more of that shit. So yeah, I mean, I really dig them a lot. Appreciate you again, Grave Mike. Grave Mike from, I'm assuming that's Russia, the ruble. What are my hobbies outside of music? Singing karaoke and drinking whiskey and exercising. That's about all I really have time for at this moment. Oh yeah, I play some video games, but I really don't have any money to actually buy any decent video games. And I'm sorry, I'm not playing fucking Fortnite or like any of those free to play first person shooters. Like you get dumped into a match and then you just instantly get murdered constantly. You don't have time to actually learn how the fucking game is played. That's one of the reasons why I actually enjoy the first person shooters that come with a campaign mode. So it kind of gives you that entire campaign to ramp up your skills, and then you can go into multiplayer and see how good you are, as opposed to just like, oh hey, you go and play and you just die constantly. It's just so fucking irritating. But that's just me. Either way, yeah, that's about it, at least right now. I mean, I have other hobbies as well, but I just haven't been able to pursue them as much. I mean, fuck, I love food. I love the shit out of food. I love cooking, but yeah, haven't been able to do it as much as I like, or as eclectic as I like it. Fortnite is AIDS. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Play the new Spider-Man. It's awesome. I've heard it's really, really good. And I saw that the Game Grumps just uploaded a video yesterday on it, so I was thinking about checking it out. Make a Fortnite parody video. I don't know enough about Fortnite to make a parody video on it, though. Through the tables and the memes. I don't know if I'll react to it, but just the title itself makes me want to watch it. Favorite video game? Oh, that's really tough. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure, man. I'll have to come back on that one. Honestly, it might be Ocarina of Time. Not because it's the best game that I've ever played, but because that was the first game I ever played the entire way through by myself, and it was like such a fucking adventure to me when I was like, I think it was either 6 or 7 years old. It was so cool being able to come in to like I think it was either second or third grade and talking with all my friends about it. So fucking good. Favorite string band? I'm gonna need more elaboration on what you mean by that. Thoughts on Buckethead? He plays very fast. Mike, I know you're down on modern pop for the most part. Have you heard? I've never heard that. Might be one of the best non-metal albums this year, in my opinion. I'm gonna reserve judgment on that one, dude. But I appreciate the heads up, Ben. Do I play RPGs? Yes, both tabletop and on the computer. I don't play tabletop RPGs almost ever anymore. I played them more when I was a kid, not that often, but I'm always game to go and play them again. They're a shit ton of fun. And I'm still definitely a noob when it comes to doing tabletop RPGs. Other tabletop games I've gotten more into, like Munchkin and what do you call it? Dominion. Dominion's a hell of a lot of fun. But yeah. What's my favorite album cover? I have no clue, man. I really am not a very visual person, so it's kind of tough to say. I play the bass. Any good advice? Don't suck. No, honestly, your biggest thing is to concentrate on timing. Your timing is going to be more important than anything else. So even though you typically have the easier parts of the song, when you begin a note and when you end the note is absolutely the most crucial of, well, with the exception of possibly the drums, but more crucial than any other instrument in that band. The guitar player can get away with definitely more leeway of when they start playing and stop playing because there's a little more interpretation there. But with the bass, especially in rock, very much need to keep that super fucking tight, balls tight. If the bass is a little bit ahead, it's extremely noticeable. If it's behind, it's way noticeable. All right. We all hate Slipknot. Okay. Down with the dickness, best one. I have no idea what's going on in here. Favorite film? I don't know. I think I might have talked about that before. Not sure. But I watched WWE. Fuck no, I do not. Thoughts on Aerosmith? They're okay. I like some of their songs. Thoughts on fantasy folk metal? Typically not really my thing, just because I think there's a little bit too much cheese there. I don't hate it. Sometimes I can find some stuff that I like, but yeah, it's very hit or miss for me. Thoughts on My Chemical Romance? Pretty sure I've already talked about that before. I like them. They're cool. All right. What's your favorite scale or mode? And which exotic scale or mode do you use quite often? I almost never use exotic scales or modes. That's one thing I never sat down and taught myself, actually. They're still mostly a mystery to me. But as far as my favorite scale or mode, my favorite mode would probably be Phrygian Dominant. It's the one that they use in Wherever I May Roam, the guitar solo there. Oh, it's so fucking dope. Oh, it gives you that tension, but like the satisfying. It both gives you a feeling of a dominant feel, but also gives you a resolution in the root note. It's just so fucking good. And yeah, it gives you kind of like a gypsy vibe or like a Middle Eastern vibe, but not if you know how to do it right in a metal song, it's very haunting and creepy, but also like badass at the same time. Really cool shit. At least that's how I interpret it. I actually used it on my debut record. I used it on one of those guitar solos. Man, that was fucking good. I was actually quite happy with myself. Well, I mean, as much as I can be. We'll see what you guys think of it. But as I lay dying, question mark? I don't know. What happens as you lay dying? Can you do a pig squeal? Nope, never will. Favorite bass player? I'm not telling you. Did I watch F1? I have no idea what F1 is offhand, man. Hi, Mike. Have you listened to Alcest before? If so, what are your thoughts? I don't even know if I've heard of that or not. I don't know. It looks familiar, but have you listened to the new Muse song Dark Side? I have not. Um, honestly, I listened to the other two Muse songs and I was so turned off that I don't even really want to fucking take a look at it. If you guys really think it's worth it, might do it, but otherwise, nah, fuck that, man. What are the musical genres you won't listen to? None. I will listen to every musical genre. It doesn't mean I'm going to enjoy it. There are certain musical genres that I like less than others, but just because it's in a genre does not mean I will not listen to it. Let me see here. Favorite guitar. I've answered this before. It's really hard for me to say what my favorite guitar would be, only because I'm left-handed. So my opportunity to play a guitar is pretty much limited to when I can buy it, which is never. And I'm not going to be one of those assholes that buys things and returns them just to try them out. So, I mean, that really can fuck over a music store. That puts a lot of cost on them. So yeah, I mean, it's really hard for me to say, man. I'm sorry. I know you don't like Nirvana, but have you ever checked out their heavier, deeper cuts? They're so much more than their hits. Second favorite band after Incubus. Yeah, after I made the Nirvana video, that was early on. I did go and I listened to Bleach, and on my 30,000 subscriber special, not conceded. What's the fucking word? I guess that's the right word. Basically, I said to you guys, like, yeah, you're right. There's more metal shit than Smells Like Teen Spirit. And yeah, honestly, still wasn't a fan of Bleach. I really wasn't. I've listened to a significant amount of Nirvana that everyone thinks that I'm going to enjoy. I really just don't like it. I really don't. I was more impressed by some of the stuff on Bleach because I was like, okay, Kurt Cobain can actually kind of play a guitar. Whereas on his later shit, it was like, just fuck this guy. But either way, yeah, like I mostly I don't want to say that I hate Nirvana. They just irritate me so much. and they would irritate me a lot less if they weren't popular. There's such a strong fandom behind them, and that's fine. Like, fucking like whatever you want to like, do whatever you want to do. I'll talk shit and I will make an argument as to why I'm going to be talking shit, trying to get this to go away, and it doesn't want to go away. Go away. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, prove me wrong. Fucking prove me wrong. Violin, viola, cello, or double bass. I'm not sure what this is in reference to, but just my heart wants to go with cello, just because it's such a versatile instrument. And I would used to say wow. In the past, I would have said violin, but that's also because I hadn't written for these instruments before. And then I haven't heard other people's compositions by them before either. So yeah, altogether, I would definitely say cello. Cello can simultaneously be a beautiful melodic instrument, but also be very creamy in the mid range and then extremely warm on the low end. It's almost like, I mean, it's not that you don't need double bass, but I mean, string quartet right there. Cello takes the bass. It's fine. You know, it's completely doable. So yeah, the cello is just such a beautiful instrument, so well thought out. Yeah, that's why I would pick it if I had to. Thoughts on Def Leppard? Their pants were too tight. What do I have planned for 100,000? Well, if I told you, you wouldn't have to watch it. How old am I? Old enough. Are you married? Nope, I am single. Thoughts on Blur? Not really a fan. Alice in Chains is absolutely a metal band. Nope, disagree with that. Cello resembles the human tonal quality the most. I play the violin though. Huh. I feel like someone told me that before. That's interesting. Thank you for sharing, dude. Favorite heavy metal band? I like Titanium. I don't know. That sounds like a top 10 video question. Sent a super chat. I didn't see it. Where, Trey? Trey, I'm looking through. We got James. Hold on. Trey, if you sent a super chat and I didn't see it, go ahead and leave it again here in the regular chat and I'll see if I can grab it, dude. I will wait on you. Couple back. I scrolled the whole way up, dude, and it didn't show me. My chat went to the top. So you're gonna need to put your question again in chat, dude. Thoughts on Dropkick Murphys? I think they're okay. More of a fan of Flogging Molly, honestly. Let me see here. Thoughts on Play by Dave Grohl? I have no idea. Thoughts on Behemoth? Was just wondering if you're willing to put more song reactions out there. Yeah, there will be plenty more song reactions, dude. Plenty more. Do you like Thought the Fire and Through the Fire and Flames? Fuck off, dude. Watch the SSF from last week. What do you think of Wolfpack? I think I've only listened to one of their songs. It was enjoyable. Am I Evil, original or Metallica? I would have to say Metallica. Actually, you know what? That's really tough. Like, my heart wants to go with Metallica because I think the solo is played better on there. Other than that, I think they both have merits on their own for how shitty they were both written, played, and recorded. Like, I happen to love it, but that's just because it was like the first one for me. That's like the shit you grow up on. You show that to a man who has listened to many, many years of music and you try and introduce them to that shit, they're going to be like, get the fuck out of here, kid. Oh, gosh. What the fuck? This dude straight up just put Avatar banned with a billion question marks and exclamation points. Like, how do you want me to? Yes, they're a band. Yes. Yes. Yes, that's a thing. It's not just a movie anymore. Now it comes in band flavor. Fuck. Sorry, that broke me, guys. What do I think about symphony metal concerts? I'm not sure what you're asking. If you're saying like when a symphony orchestra and a metal band gets together, I think they're fucking great. Usually they're completely their potential is usually underrealized. The best one that I've seen is hands down S&M by Metallica. I mean, don't get me wrong, love Dream Theater to death, but their concert with an orchestra and them was relatively lackluster. I feel like a lot of times the guys that they get to do this, their heart isn't into it to orchestrate and to arrange against Metallica, or not against Metallica, against the rock band that they're doing this with. Like even Steve Vai's wasn't actually, his was pretty fucking good. I gotta say, his actually was pretty good. Still not my favorite, but definitely better than Dream Theater's. But yeah, like a lot of times these guys, I just feel like they're phoning it the fuck in. They don't understand how to properly support the original because the orchestra isn't there to be writing a new song. But then they're like, well, if I'm not writing a new song, then I'm just going to sit here and pad it out with chords. It's like you phoned it in so hard. The one song by Dream Theater I wanted to hear with a full symphony orchestra was Metropolis Part 1. And it was basically just the keyboard part. That's essentially what it was. It was just the keyboard part behind it. Lame as fuck. So, yeah. It really depends, man. I think it's a great idea. It's a great crossover. You just have to find a dude who's going to orchestrate, who actually gives a fuck about the band and isn't just going to phone it in. See here. Top 3 subgenres of metal. I don't know. Progressive, more progressive, and most progressive. Couldn't find Through the Fire and Flames in the last SSF. That is bullshit. No, it's literally this past Friday. It's on there. I 100% know that for sure. I don't give a fuck if you're super chatting. It is literally on there. I'm opening up the video right now. Through the Fire and fucking Flames. Here. If you require assistance, posting the link. There you go. Go to it. All right. What's the timestamp? I don't fucking know what the timestamp is. Here. Yep. Timestamp is 12:57. All right. Sebastian Larsson. Zakk Wylde's solos are annoying as hell. I completely disagree. I completely disagree, man. I think Zakk Wylde's solos, for the most part, are really fucking good. I can get why you wouldn't like them, but I think that they're really, really tasty. Especially the solo on No More Tears. That thing is insane, dude. Insane. I'm fine with the fact that you don't like it. I get it. But yeah, you know, My thoughts on you hating it. It's fucking it sucks to be you. Sorry that makes you mad. Nickelback is a good prog band. That's not it's not even worth me being ironically funny. What I think of Joy Division? I think they suck, honestly. I'm really not a fan. Do I like new metal? Nope, not really. Your mom gay. Fair enough. She gay. No you. Oh my god, what is going on in my comment section right now? What is happening? It's just fucking erupting with all kinds of weird pedo shit. Your mom gay and Tommy Robinson black flags. It's getting all fucking weird. Wow, hitting on Joy Division subsumed. Bye. Bye, dude. Want to hear you talk about whiskeys, man. Do an episode. I've been fucking waiting. You know what? Hold on. Let me call this motherfucker right now. Let me call this motherfucker right the fuck now. Give me 1 second, Rishikesh. I hope I pronounced your name right. Answer the goddamn phone.
Hey, thanks for calling.
I'm gonna give him one more shot. One more shot. Give it a second. Fucking bastard. All right, I'm gonna text him right now. Call me back ASAP. Here we go. All right. Hopefully he'll call while we're still on this live stream. But either way, I don't want to spoil it right now, but yes, I actually did for at least a year and a half, if not longer, have an entire episode dedicated to whiskey planned. And thank you very much for your patronage, man. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Thoughts on Outkast? I'm a firm believer that Andre 3000 is the greatest of all time of rap. Check out Open Mike Eagle's album, Brick Body Kids, Still Daydream if you want a really beautiful, interested rap album. On Outkast, I haven't listened to a whole lot outside of the hits, so I don't think I would be the best person to give an opinion on it. However, do I like... hold on, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Very sorry about that. As far as Outkast goes, the stuff that I have listened to, I have enjoyed every single song I've listened to by them, so that's a positive. As far as Andre 3000, again, haven't listened to their rap outside of the really popular stuff, so it's kind of tough for me to say. There's a number of people who say he's the greatest of all time. From what I've heard, I can't say that I would agree, but then again, I haven't listened to the deep cuts, so don't know for sure. But yeah, that's definitely one that I really should check out more of, honestly. And greatly appreciate you, James. I really do, man. Thank you. Laxavax, did you say have a boy? Oh, well, either way. All right, I'm going to have to get rolling out here soon, so I'll only take a couple of more. Amy Lee is a goddess, true or correct. She is a very beautiful woman who has a very nice voice. That is about the extent of what I will say about it. Am I pro-gun? Okay. I'm not touching that one right now, man. This is a music channel. I'm going to divulge a lot of political shit tomorrow on tomorrow's video. And not because I really want to. I mean, part of it is because it's bottling up inside of me. But really, it's because, honestly, it needs to be talked about. It really, really does. It has nothing to do with guns. It has nothing to do with fucking guns or anything. And I don't think this is a left or right issue. I think this is a very, very much people need to wake the fuck up issue on both sides. Anyway, how do I feel about Perfidy's April Fool's song? I don't know that I've listened to it. Hey, Mike, do you have a compiled list of, yeah, there actually is. If you look in the episode of Last Song Suggestion Friday, there's one up to episode 67. And I will have that completed for this next week. But yeah. So yes, there is one of those. Can someone do something about these earlier trolls? It's whatever, man. I mean, I don't really care. I was just kind of laughing at them. I found it humorous. Just like my thigh. Do I have a bucket list? Somewhere I do. I started making one with one of my exes, and I remember most of the things on there. One of them is actually smoking weed with the Bone Thugs. That is absolutely on my bucket list. That will absolutely be happening in my lifetime. Another one is actually playing pardon me. Another one is actually playing a song with Metallica on stage at a concert, playing either one of their songs or one of my songs. I don't give a shit. Let me see what else is there. There's other stuff on there too. Oh yeah, getting a guitar lesson from Steve Vai. That's absolutely on there. I think there's a couple more, but yeah. All right, I'm taking one more. One more, and that is it. Do you smoke the marriage iguana? I've never seen it expressed that way, and I fucking love it. The marriage iguana. No, I used to. I do not. All right, y'all. I'm going to roll out. I really appreciate you guys being here with me on this live stream. And thank you guys so much for the super chats. It's greatly appreciated. But yeah, you guys take it easy. I'll see you in the next live stream. Be good.